All right, guys, welcome back to another edition of a Native MMA Radio. This time, I have none other than Martin Smash Brown, who is normally the king of the MMA lightweight divisions, but he has now crossed over, and he is the king of Bare Knuckle FC. How you doing, man? Knuckle Mania coming soon. You got Zach Zane. How do you feel about this matchup?
Man, I feel very little. I haven't sat
Tell me
back and
about
thought
it.
about this, man. You know, I just feel like this shit is a fight. It does require skill, but it's a fight. If you can fight, you don't put too much thought into it. So it's like, man, you know, like I don't know, man. I guess the simplest way I can put it is I just feel like when I walk in, I told you this last time you interviewed me, you said, man, how do you feel? Like I'm gonna beat that ass. And I feel like I'm gonna beat his ass too. And because I can fight, I don't actually worry about, what he potentially trained for or what he plans on doing. Don't matter, man. Been there, done that. Been fighting my whole life. You don't have to look far to find that out. So I beat
Right.
that boy ass.
Now,
Beat that boy.
BKFC, that's a great opportunity for you, a huge promotion when it comes to bare knuckle. Obviously,
Yeah.
after you whoop this ass coming up, there's some big names in your division on the horizon. And I mean, I know Tyler Goodjohn's been running his mouth a lot. You
And
got Malo.
that boy sorry than a bitch. Tyler Good John. They know it. Here's the thing though, man. He good for the sport because
Hmm.
he can bring the UK fans in. So you gotta have some kind of representative from each country. So, you can get all of those views over there for the pay-per-view and for the subscription. But the reality is you better keep fighting bums if you want to keep those fans because man, I knock that shit out. Like I knock that shit smooth out. And they know it. He know it. His management know it. So like, but you know what I'm saying? Like I say, he is good for the sport. I
Yeah.
mean, he keep people talking about him. But that
He's
bitch
a very good
sorry.
self promoter.
Yeah, but he's sorry than a bitch. I think man, when it come to cultures, right? Like when America see a white boy that got head movement,
Hmm.
they be like, "Oh man," they be going so crazy over it. And the reality is, I mean, culturally, like if it's just like T.J. Dillashaw, man, that shit was like he does have like
Slick.
a elegant swag to him. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is just like I stated on a post earlier, you can find that shit on at any bum at a gas station. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like it swag is in the culture. So like you see him with tattoos, you see him, you know what I'm saying? You see him with dreads, you see him moving his head and stuff like that. Like everybody in the US move their goddamn head.
Right.
I just think like you want us to call shit a spade. If you want to call a spade for a spade, dude, like American. It's like one of them things that don't nobody talk. It's not gonna offend nobody, but I do feel like the American is a different athlete. You know what I'm saying? I just me all they want, but it's the truth.
No,
It's the truth. He
100%.
he like the only person over there that move his head like that. We
Yeah.
got a whole bunch of people over here that move their head like that. You know what I'm saying?
Amateurs.
Black, white, Latino, amateurs, everything. You know what I'm saying? You gonna find over here in the States. But you know what I'm saying? Like he just to me, he a glorified bum. So everybody he in there with like, and then Crazy Horse beat that ass. Did you see that fight?
Yes.
Crazy Horse won
Man.
that guy.
And that's like a
Like,
45-year-old man just went in there and beat the shit out of you.
right? Everybody he don't train, which is even worse. I mean, and the thing is, like, I was put in a bad spot emotionally
Hmm.
because you know what I'm saying. Crazy Horse older than me, so like, I was hoping Crazy Horse won, but at the same time, if he win, then derail the hype before I can put my goddamn hands on him. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So I was like, fuck. I was like, man, I hope Crazy Horse beat his ass so we can kill this hype. But at the same time, he still got a little bit more money to make brand before I knock his ass out. So it's like one of those dilemmas, man. And so in essence, the fight couldn't have happened better. Crazy Horse really won the fight.
Mm.
They gave the fight to Tyler Goodjohn, and now Tyler Goodjohn can continue on paper. He can continue on to keep getting bigger and better fights. Had he lost that fight, we would have been like, on to the next hype, so everything was good for him, man.
My
But all
thing
go ahead.
is, do you think John would sign on the dotted line to face you? I don't think he does.
Hell no, he wouldn't. Listen, Tyler Goodjohn, no sugar from shit. He
Hmm.
wouldn't sign no paperwork with his name next to mine unless it was motherfucking pressing charges on me or something for putting my goddamn hands on me. That motherfucker wouldn't put it. Man, I promise to God, boy, that son of a bitch would never, ever sign. It ain't enough money you could pay Tyler to hit me, because I'm gonna tell you what I would do. I wouldn't knock him out. I really wouldn't. I would make it a point to embarrass him. I will find like the best thing. I mean, I would take the best representative they had, and I showboat every chance I get. Move my head, spin him, turn him, and I hit him just hard enough to hurt him. And if he wobble, I let him go. I let him recover. And then I'd be like, nah, get your legs back, boy. Get your legs back. Boom, and hit him again. But honestly, man, it's levels to this shit. To me, man, ain't none of those guys big names. All of those guys, man, are motherfuckers that I knock off in bare knuckle. And I know, man, bro, I know it sounds like everybody talks shit. Everybody got to promote themselves. It'll be weird if I came on and be like, you're like, man, the opportunity to fight for bare knuckle. It's awesome, man. Like, how do you feel? Like, I'm in there with the greats, and it's an honor to be here. Like, I'm gonna be
Right.
honest, man. I'll beat all their ass, all of their ass, every single last one of these motherfuckers' ass. But do I have respect for them? Yeah, yeah, man. I like Palomino, man. I like
Mhm.
earlier in my MMA career, man. I was watching Palomino. And I always thought Palomino was dope. And then he like 40, I think, man. He deserved to be making some money. So I'm always gonna root for Palomino until he's standing across from me. But and like Elvin Brito is in the weight class, like, man, I actually I rock with Elvin, man. I like
Yeah.
Elvin. Jim, when I was a my first Bellator fight, Jim Morales let me come out there and train for like a couple of days. I ended up popping my shoulder out of place in that gym, but he let me come out and train with him. So a lot of these guys, we've been around the sport for a while, but I just don't think any of them dudes won't smoke with me like that. None of them. I think Palomino is the creme de la creme of the promotion, but I mean, I think it's just a matter of time before I touch that ass.
Now you have Zach Zane obviously coming up here at Knucklemania. Getting on Knucklemania, was that important to you? Getting on this card with all the hype behind it?
Yeah, man, I'm from Mississippi, but I live in Tampa, so I think any fight that I can get local is pretty cool for the
Right.
brand. You get the people involved that live around there. So yeah, that was cool to, what I'm saying, actually get like the first. So my intro in the bare knuckle was
Toe the
uh
line.
yeah, Total Line. That's the name of the company. And they're associated with bare knuckle. They're on the same app. Um, and that one was in Plant City, which is like I think 30 minutes to an hour away from Tampa. So
Oh,
everybody
you
from
can stay at
Tampa
home.
came out. Yeah, and then you ever listen to the crowd when I walk out? I
Yeah,
don't know where that
it's
shit come
amazing.
from, but every time I walk out, the crowd say, oh, that
You
is
have a
the
great
dopest shit.
following.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that. You know, I mean, why they do that, but I mean, you gotta say, when it's a big puncher in front of you. You know?
Right?
But but you know, like that man, I don't know, man. I'm used to going to, you know, when I was fighting for Titan, I'm used to going in the other people's backyard
Yeah.
and being the villain, you know,
Yeah, you went all the
going
way
in
to
the hostile.
Dagestan.
Yeah. You know, like being in hostile territory was what I was accustomed to. So for the I mean, you know, it's not all. I've fought in front of a hometown crowd before, but it's not often that I'm received that well. So it was important in Tampa, not only due to the fact that I get to keep building my brand locally. It was also important because Super Bowl weekend is in Tampa.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So what better way to start the weekend off right? You know, the hometown guy won a fight. And then you know what I'm saying? Super Bowl gonna be here too. Let's get it.
Enjoyed the festivities finally.
Alright. But look, if my face get messed up though, man, I'm one of them people, man. I don't come back out the house. You know what I'm saying? I always see these
Well,
guys' teeth be missing, and they
yeah,
be like, they,
the
they
next
be
day.
talking, they get the microphone. Yeah, they get the microphone, start talking like a motherfucker. You're like, bro, shut the fuck up before that nub fall out.
Hell yeah.
My mama watching, you know what I'm saying? You ain't finna have my eye black. You know, I'm planning on going to an after party. I don't look presentable right now.
Right? God damn
So,
it. Don't you know we had this shit worked out?
right, right. So I don't know, man. If I get my
That
shit busted, man, be ashamed.
well, you've already mentioned the after party. You mentioned it's in Tampa. What's up with the after party?
I have no idea, man, because you know how you might go there and the promotion may have an after party.
True.
Um, your friends may have other ideas planned. So I don't know. You know, we still winging it. Like this still new to me, man. Like selling this many, I don't think I've ever sold this many tickets before ever. So um man, I need to fucking get on the phone with some of these guys who made it a lot further than me and be like, yo, how you guys doing this, man? Like, is
Right.
there a more efficient way to get tickets sold and still take my black ass to training? Get there. You know, I own the gym too, so it's like, damn, don't I gotta teach tonight? And before you know it, you running so much. Hey, did I? You're making life decisions. Like, did I eat today? You know what I'm saying? No, bro.
Don't worry about that. Just sell tickets.
Yeah, just get these tickets sold, man. You're only worth what you sell. You know, so yeah,
But
black ass like,
you
damn, that boy could
always
fight. I
travel
know, man,
well,
but I don't want to see him. He's capitalist. Live in a capitalist country. You ain't making no money.
right? Yeah, no. How is bare knuckle FC for you? Obviously, you have the MMA background. Is this seem something that you're going to stick to?
I just been playing it by ear, man, to be completely honest. I stepped in the game and because when Corona first hit, I had just came off the DR fight and no show was going on. Everybody was in limbo. Nobody knew what they were doing. Shit, David was pumping out fights. Then I saw this fight in this company, ACA in Russia. This is when the pandemic first happened. I was like, shit, black people in Russia during a pandemic, and they already talking about they closing the borders. Hell no, I ain't, I'm good. So I wasn't gonna go. Not with all that uncertainty. So I'm looking at bare knuckle, and I'm sitting back thinking to myself like, bruh, um, this bare knuckle shit look barbaric as fuck.
Hell yeah.
But I beat their ass, and so you know what I'm saying. I'm looking at it, and so I'm at the we end up on an interview for a promotion called, and he on there with me, and he was like, yeah, this was before the Mike Tyson fight. He was like, they were asking me about bare knuckle beforehand. Even my camp, they was like, "You want to do that bare knuckle show?" I was like, "Man, that shit look bad. That shit look barbaric." And then he said, so he gets on the interview, and David Feldman says, he said, "Well, I tried to get Mike Tyson a fight. I offered him $10 million, and you know what I'm saying." I'm saying back thinking to myself like,
10 mil. Hold up.
you, I, how much? I had to pull
I
my
fight
white
for
one. Like,
one.
well, excuse me, what you say? I look, man, I suit my mama for $10 million. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, suit up right now. So I was like, we had
Hurry
to
up, mama. We got
revisit
somewhere to go. God damn it.
right. You know what I'm saying? We got to revisit that conversation. Um, Shit. After that, I'm like, man, I'm thinking to myself, you got 10 million to give somebody? Who you get 10 million from? Don't worry about it. I know where it's going though. So I wanted shit. I was like, man, if that is a possibility, man, you can't even see many of these guys purse in the UFC for that kind of money. So I was like, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's see what this bare knuckle shit is about.
Right. The
Shoot,
pockets are deep over there. That's for sure.
yeah. So I mean, he once that, so after that, that's what piqued my interest. I ain't gonna lie to you. Then, Dave Mundell, my buddy, he ended up fighting Hector Lombard. So
Mhm.
I actually got to see how the crowd is. I noticed that the crowd is even different. Like these people really, what's cool about their audience is, man, they just want to see a scrap. To be completely
Right.
honest. Like there's no the concept of of hype train. It don't really exist too much in this sport. It's like you can see a guy, he can go in there and get obliterated, and he comes out and the fans like, what man? I mean, he fought. That's they just respect two people going out there and slugging it out. So once I saw the reception of the crowd, I'm starting to kind of get the feel of things. And then, boom, the first fight happened.
Against Juan.
And yeah, against one. And then I got so many fights, I don't get nervous 'cause I know how to deal with shit. I mean, ain't nothing you gonna do that I ain't never seen unless you sitting on the other side and you pull out a gun or a knife. I ain't trained for that shit. You
This ain't the
know.
Matrix, damn it.
Right, you know what I'm saying. Long as you using two hands, I know how to deal with that shit now. So I wasn't nervous at all. But on total line and on bare knuckle, so it's two lines on the floor.
Mhm.
And you don't even start on the separate corners. I think that freaked me out a little bit the first time. Like I was like, okay, I'm looking. He's like explaining the rules. Yeah, gentlemen. Then he looks at me. He's like, all right, gentlemen, you ready? I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't in the corner yet. The hell you mean am I ready? Give me a second. He like, no, toe the line and knuckle up. And that's when what I'm saying, anxiety. Like, oh fuck, we
We
finna
about
like
to
fight,
fight.
like real fight, like gas station fight type of shit. So, but other than that, like the routine. You get nervous, somebody swing at you, and then all you think of is, and the rest is history. You just start fighting, But I ain't get hit at all though. Walked out there pretty, just as pretty as I was. Yeah.
61 seconds is all it took for you to make your bare knuckle debut. How long do you think this one lasts?
I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like with this guy, it's hard to tell because I don't like looking. I don't like looking at too much footage on people, man, because you start giving them attributes that they don't really
Mhm.
have. Like how that man fought this man, that's got nothing to do with me. But even outside of that, most of his fights, he takes them down, and so it's like, how do you view it? Like he don't strike too much at all with punches, and I just refuse to go on, his Facebook or Instagram page, looking around like it's like, do you know how to fight or not? Do you
Right.
know how to deal with the you know what I'm saying? And the reality is I know how to fight. So, and I have to believe that. So, but however, I've never seen him lay down. So I believe that like if I start cracking him, I feel like he gonna just try to fight me to the, which I don't mind. I kill him in there now. That's I'm cool with that. But I do think, I think that I think he gonna fight. You know, I think he gonna bring a fight. You know what I'm saying? It's my job to knock the fight out of him. Though. You know what I'm
Stop him in his
saying?
tracks.
Yeah, you know. You
No,
know, man, that shit. Go
you
ahead.
are the master at this point, in my opinion, of trash
Yeah.
talk. And you get underneath their skin so well. I feel like you have
Yeah.
beaten many opponents before you've ever stepped on the cage or in the ring with them.
Yeah. Man, you gotta be able to handle a jokey joke though. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I think what it is when I start trolling and shit, I think they I think deep down inside, cause some shit you know what I'm saying? Some shit I purposely post aware of how you feel about a situation, you know. So the reality is I'm talking shit. 'Cause I'm trying to be an asshole. Part of it has to do with promoting the fight. The other part is like we still gotta fight. But
Right.
the reality is you know I'm for real. And I think that's what gets in people's head. Like I joke about knocking your ass out, but the reality is my reputation precedes me. Like I will knock your ass out, you know what I'm saying?
That's usually what
You
happens.
know, I'm capable. You know, like if you see a guy who get beat up all the time, or he won all his fights by submissions, and he say, "Man, I knock your ass out." You can, man, shut your ass up. You ain't gonna do shit. Your sorry ass.
With your
but
sorry head.
but motherfucker been knocking people out for a while. You be like, you think he for real? What you think? You think he gonna do that? And then, but when people in front of you, they be like, "Man, you got me fucked up." And then when they leave, be like, "You think he gonna? You think he can do it? You think he for real?"
What you think?
You know. So, you know, and that's where that doubt come in. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is create the doubt, and then the second thing is confirm it. Like everything that you thought is true. He fast. He big. He bigger than the average 55er. And he's stronger. And he can crack. And the thing is, he know how to fight. I can't get safe. Like, and that's once you are creating those psychological aspects. I mean, not aspects, but like psychologically, once they start putting things like that on their mind, man, they'll just look for a way out. And then where you ain't got to break, yeah, you ain't got to break them no more. You got to keep bashing them. And you'll knock all the fight out of them. Then he'll be like, man, I just in and it's called prize fighting for a reason. Prize ain't worth the fight. Time for me to lay on down. I think that's what he gonna do.
Now,
You know, so
obviously, MMA fans are very familiar with you if they followed your career throughout Titan and everything else. What can the bare knuckle fans expect from you on February 5th?
man, I think uh I feel like bad knuckle is kind of primal, you know what I'm saying? Like back to how men were created, you know, just to fight with the tools they were given. But I think it's gonna be a hint of savagery with mixed perfectly fused with class and skill. You know, because like I'm gonna talk that shit. I'm gonna beat your ass, but it's gonna look like if you watched that last fight, you never saw a fucking windmill like you see out of some of these guys, and they windmill the fuck out of it. Like I want to say I was 100% accurate. Like I want to say I ain't missed now. Well, I may have missed a punch, you know, but like I'm extremely efficient, so I know what I'm doing, you know. And the reality is, I don't just know how to box, man. I can fight. So like, if this turns into a shootout, Cool with that too. Cool with that too. So I think what they can expect to see is a steamroller. Like I'm gonna poke and I'm gonna pry until I find out where the hole at. And then once I find out where the hole at, you know the rest, the ship gonna sink and lay his ass down.
100%, brother. I don't want to take too much more of your time. I do appreciate you coming on with us today. But before I let you go, I want to give you an opportunity to give a shout out to your teammates, sponsors, loved ones, anyone that's really helped you out throughout your bare knuckle / MMA journey.
See, look, I was ready for your ass, man. Normally when you ask me that question, I be like, damn, man, damn, I don't know, man. Check my sponsorship page. Remember that? Check my banner, man. I get hit in the head for a living type of shit. But I said, I know it's been a while, but I remember last time he asked me that question. I ain't had my sponsor. I wrote that shit down. I got this. You know what I'm saying? So,
Got it.
uh, yeah. So as far as sparring partners, I get a lot of the guys at Fusion help me out anytime I need some,
Mhm.
and all of the local boxing in Tampa, whether it be amateur and pro, they usually a phone call away. Whenever I need a specific look, they come out here and help me. Um, and they good. And my boxing, I've been doing that at Coulter's, and I got my own gym, Shift MMA. So my guys, a lot of them fighting. Um, Chuck fighting, they call him Dr. Chuck. So he be fighting on Leo Code next week in Orlando. And then I got Devon Wicker, we call him Wick. So those been my main two sparring partners in my own gym. And as far as sponsorship, boom, make this thing real fast. So who we got? So I just picked up a new sponsor literally today. And so he's gonna tell me a little bit more about his company. There's a company called the Native Boys. And then you got Sims Sons Productions. That's actually the guy that does the he's a videographer for the UFC Fight Pass. I don't know if it's
Oh,
UFC
nice.
Fight Pass, but I know for sure that it's for Titan. Um, we got James, man, he's a director. I gotta get a little bit more info on him. And then we got Mobility RX. That's a guy who he does my strength and conditioning for me. And he also does a little bit of rehabilitation. And Tampa Floats is good for recovery. And we got Borgia. So when you see me in my dope ass clothes and stuff like that, at least the fashion items, that's Borgia. And I got Mad Hatter. You gotta check out my Jeep I got, man. But all of the aftermarket shit I got on my Jeep is from Mad Hatter. And then Hyperion is a ammunition manufacturer. So
It's
all
always
my
nice to
all
have
my
in your
man.
back
Yeah,
pocket.
right. Especially now. So, yeah, man, that's my guy, man. Big ups to Dane. Hope he watching. You got Epic Services. They are also who does rehab. They do he does massage and things like that though. And we got Leo Code. That's who hooks me up with all my rash guards and stuff like that. He also owns the Lay Leo Code, the jiu-jitsu tournament and the MMA promotion. So that's what I got right now. I hope it ain't take too much time. I'm trying to keep, you
No,
see
it's
when
perfect.
Palomino, she was like, yeah, I want to thank my sponsor. Get the fuck off the camera. Get your ass out the camera. He had like 30 seconds, man. I bet his sponsor was madder than a bitch.
Right?
But yeah, man. Nah, I hope it ain't take too much. I tried to be quick as possible.
No, you're perfect, man. I appreciate your time. I can't wait to have you on again. This man right here is going to go in there and knock out Zach Zane. Knuckle Mania, February 5th. Can't wait to watch you do it. That's a Friday, too. Do not miss it. Bare Knuckle FC. Martin Smash Brand will hold their title one day. You heard it here first.
Nice.
You have a good one, man.